Now, we all know what grind means, right? We hear it every day in our normal conversations, we hear it in hustle culture, and it's definitely prevalent for those who are trying to make it to the next level. But what does grind truthfully mean when you break it down or turn it into an acronym? Now, in this series, it's gonna be a 5-video series of me covering grind, but in various acronyms. Today, we got a good one. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for this motivational quip, and let's get your week charged up. Welcome to Monday. It's Motivation Monday. Let's lock in, baby. Grind stands for greatness resides in never-ending determination, because that's the truth. You don't get greatness overnight. You don't wake up successful. You don't just hope your way to the top. You work, you push, and more importantly, you gotta stay locked in. Everybody wants success, right? But how many are willing to actually grind for it? How many are willing to show up when they don't feel like it, when they're tired, or when they failed 5 times in a row? Especially if we're talking about things like YouTube or content creation, yo, this is a roller coaster ride. So if you're trying to make content, the one tip that I have for you is to just stay consistent and don't worry about the numbers. Greatness lives in that moment when you want to quit, but you don't. When you push past your comfort zone. That's where the real ones are made. And listen, I'll be real with you. I've been there. There was a time where I almost gave up on myself, when life had me on the ropes. And I remember when I lost 100 pounds in less than a year, and that was after one of my worst breakups of my life. And at that point in my life, I was literally I was at the point where self-deletion was an option, you know? But what changed it all for me was when I thought about what I truthfully wanted in life, and I see my breakup and just like the overall degradation of my life as a chance to rebuild, a chance to do over again. And from there, I found the resilience that I needed to actually make progress and really get going on chasing my goals. And step by step, day by day, that's how I made some progress. Now, I'm not saying I'm the most successful, right? And I'm not saying I'm even where I want to be, but the progress that I've made could have only been possible by staying determined and being resilient in my action. Now, I'm telling you, you can push through, you can make it, but you gotta be willing to put in the work day in, day out, even when you don't want to. You see, most people quit because they expect results way too fast. They want success without suffering, but that's not how it works. You gotta earn it. And honestly, the best example of this is fitness. When I was working in Equinox, I would always meet these affluent people that, you know, were overweight, overtired, whatever the case may be. And they always just assume that giving me money would mean that they're gonna lose weight. That's not how any of this works. And obviously we see in our culture now how many people have decided that it's okay to be morbidly obese or just in general overweight and unhealthy because it's so much easier to be that than to actually put in the work. Because it's hard. It's hard, and it's not a linear thing. It's not like you do one action and then boom, you make progress. Sometimes you gain weight, sometimes you lose weight. And that rule applies for just about everything in life. Sometimes you make progress, sometimes things get fucked up. Sometimes things are out of your control that you can't change, and you have to deal with it. But that's all a part of the game. You ever wonder why most people don't make it? Why they quit when things get tough? It's because they don't understand the one simple fact that pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. It's okay to fail at things. Failing doesn't mean that it's over. It's only over when you quit. Now, obviously, there are some moments in life where, yes, it is best to walk away from some things. That's true. But in this case, if you're making progress, it's just that, you know, things are a little difficult or you're spinning your wheels, that's not the time for you to quit. You might just be on the very edge of your breakthrough without even knowing it. One book I'd like to recommend to you is called Acres of Diamonds by, the author skips my mind, but you can find it on YouTube. You can find the audiobook for free and listen to it. But what the book goes on to talk about is how everyone has their own acres of diamonds within themselves. You are your greatest resource. And if you just tap in and lock in with your mental, what you want out of this life could happen. You just have to work for it. Now, let me be honest with you. The grind is gonna test you, bro. It's gonna make you question yourself. It's gonna make you feel like you're not good enough, but that's exactly the point. Because greatness doesn't just happen, it's built in the fire. Now, obviously you'll have a lot of detractors that might see this video and say, oh, it's more about luck or about, you know, just the esoteric, whatever the fuck they wanna come up with to make an excuse as to why they can't achieve their goals. I would say, yeah, to some extent, luck definitely does matter. But you can't get lucky without preparing for that situation. And granted, even if you can't prepare for said situation, because you've put in the work and you've developed yourself in that field of where you want to be successful, the opportunity will then present itself and you'll be able to capitalize on it the way you should. And not just be a one-hit wonder, or not just, you know, be a flash in the pan and then from there you're struggling all over again. You see, the key here is you have to push through it even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, even when no one's clapping for you. And as guys, you already know, ain't nobody gonna be clapping for you unless you are the guy pulling up in the Bugatti. And the same goes for even when your results aren't showing up yet, but that's really where the magic happens. Every rep, every late night, every early morning, it all adds up, but only if you stay in the game. Imagine putting in years worth of effort to accomplish a goal, only for one mishap or a snafu to happen and all of a sudden you quit. Would it really make sense to quit at that point? At that point, my personal opinion, I think you're in too deep and you gotta keep pushing. It's one thing to leave an endeavor if you're just getting your feet wet and realize you're potentially way in over your head, and maybe this isn't something you should be doing just yet, but it's another thing if you've been grinding, working, and struggling with this idea, and you're so close to where you wanna be, you just need that little extra push to get there. Don't quit. Remember, your own acres of diamonds, bro. You are your own most valuable resource, and you can make these things happen. So if you're watching this right now and you're wondering if you should keep going, let this be your sign. Don't stop, bro. Keep going. The grind doesn't give immediate rewards, but it gives long-term greatness to those who don't quit. Because at the end of the day, greatness resides in never-ending determination. Now go get yours. Listen, if you found this video to be insightful or motivational, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm definitely gonna go back to making more motivational videos. I'll probably make it for like members only, whatever the case may be. But if you found this insightful and you want a one-on-one conversation, click the link in my description. Go ahead and book the 45 complimentary call. Let's help get you back on track or get you focused to where you need to be. Beyond that, thank you so much guys for watching. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're motivated this week and pushing towards your goals. I want all of us to win. We all could win. Life is not a zero-sum game, at least sometimes. But in this case, we all could win if we work hard. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.